You hush.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Absentia.
Absentia Boy, and me Banshee. I'm not even on the live show yet. Where am I? Here I am. Okay. I had a little mishap here. That's fine. I'm fine now. Thank you. I'll save this for the next mishap. Although can I borrow that a minute? No, just a minute. I'll get it.
Take it with my blessing.
Yes. I had a little mishap with my glass of lemonade here. Lemon water, I should say.
Just another day.
Oh my goodness.
Hi everybody.
Hey everybody. Everybody. Who do we got here today?
Everybody.
Gina. Hey Gina, good to see you. I think I got the impression you were dog sitting again. Well, good to see you. Missed you on Twitter recently. Oh, and
Welcome back.
Oh my goodness.
No, it was not Sunny Barf.
No, it was my lemon water. Sorry.
Her lemon water.
Didn't want the table wet where I'm putting cards and all, and it's still a little
That is so you.
Doggone it. Well, anyway, we want to keep on point today. We got some things to do later. But I must have drew you here, Gina. I thought I brought your tree out today.
Who knows, right?
Who knows? But I'm glad you're here. Also, I want to touch base with you. I'm always forgetting when your birthday is. And you know you can always ask us for a birthday reading. Happy birthday to all the Cancers out there. That's a reminder to you all. All right.
Yes, and in fact, you can still catch our monthly modality message. Why don't you drop by and give it a like, everybody? But it's great information for the modalities for the next several weeks. It just came out on the 20th, so it's still pretty good stuff.
And what's coming out this week, Mr. O?
It's the Unhappy Hour, for which I have no cool little segue screen. Sorry. So I just have to... It's unhappy.
But we're going to make it happy, aren't we? We're going to try.
It's going to come out on Thursday at some point. I'm not sure if it'll be like in the late afternoon. Obviously, we have a live show that night, too.
All right. I am following Violet's list here and getting all the names down. All right. Did I miss Kara? No, Kara's on the list. I do that with you sometimes, Kara. I can't explain why. Well, I've got a card for the collective today. I'm going to be using the brand spanking new, fresh, hot off the press. So hot, I can't even open the box. Guides of the Hidden Realms Oracle by, written and illustrated by, Colette Baron Reed.
It looks nice.
So the intro music in your program's loud?
One person says so.
Uh-oh. Hey, register your
I'll
complaints.
adjust
That's fine.
I mean, if anyone else thinks something is wrong, they can tell me too, so I'll adjust it.
Huh. Well, I don't know what's going on.
I don't know why I haven't changed it recently, so I'm not sure.
Huh. Maybe it's just...
But
what?
I have to admit that I have a spastic computer in many ways. It seems like...
it has a mind of its own?
I'm not really sure what it is. I sort of think it's an energy field interaction.
Mr. O, these can be read upright and reversed.
Then you do that.
What? Just pick one. Boy, being so problematic here.
Danger is my business.
What you got?
Upside down. It is 23. Gratitude is dreaming. 23. California dreaming, eh?
Gratitude is dreaming, but it's reversed.
No, I didn't say that, but I don't know how it happened other than the fact that my keyboard is a little spazzy, so sometimes things happen without me being aware they are. Like, it suddenly switched screens, it suddenly double-clicked, and I didn't use the tracker that way, or I didn't think I did. So I apologize for that. I'll look into it.
Gratitude is dreaming, reversed. Losses, difficulties, and struggles tend to take our attention away from the good, making it hard to practice appreciation and gratitude. It's natural to revert to our negative bias as a means of self-preservation. We feel safer in our discomfort. We then try to figure out what we did wrong, look to assign blame elsewhere, and sit way too long on the proverbial pity potty. Yes, she said potty. But things must be dealt with. Bills need paying, family needs taken care of, and there is no time for you, so you look for a way out. This is the most important time to align with the law of praise and the power of gratitude. You're not bypassing your troubles, but choosing to be grateful anyway, to say thank you for breathing, for the smallest things, and to say thank you for the most respectful solution for the highest good to be revealed. Don't wait until things settle down. Do all this in advance of the results you seek. And remember, this too shall pass. I think I brought this up in a card of the day, like an oracle card of the day recently, a different one, that it's really easy for us to dwell on what we lack, our losses, and not focus on what we truly should be grateful for. And also the things that we surround ourselves that bring us pleasure and joy. At times when we're really struggling, it's important to do that. It's really important to do that. Remind yourself of the good things you've had in your life. Remind yourself of the progress you've made. Remind yourself of the past challenges you have overcome. And that will see you through the tough times.
Love and hugs to you, Divine.
Hey, Divine. He was just waiting to say that.
I was. And gratitude is dreaming.
Oh, did I not read that? Gratitude is dreaming.
No,
the manifesting power of gratitude, the law of praise is what this card is about.
Not at all, not at all, not at all.
All right. That's what we have for the collective, or
Okay.
I do. Now we'll move on.
So Lena is up first.
Okay.
And Lena's question is, do you see me succeeding my oral multiple choice computer driving test on the 1st of August? So let's see, what do I want to use for that? I brought the usual gaggle of decks here. I don't even know what's inside of this wrap. It's a mystery. It's my Night Sun Tarot.
Oh,
okay, that's
and
cool. I haven't used that in a while.
for this reading, I'll show it in a minute. I'll be using the Romantic Lenormand, which is, I mean, it's not just for romance questions, but it's got that lighter, lovey tone to it. You know, the cards, and it's Art Nouveau style. It's very beautiful.
Hey, Jackie.
Gaggle of decks. It's more like I don't know.
Well, lately I've been bringing out like almost enough so that I will only use them one time each as I go through the reading. But today I have a little less than that, but it's still like 6 here, I think.
Giggle gaggle. Oh my goodness, this is a nice shuffling deck too, but they're big cards, this Lenormand. As you will see in a moment.
So if we don't get a really conclusive answer, Lena, we will of course do a yes or no and see if that gives us any greater idea. All right. Our cards. Ten of Wands upright. There's my glare. And 8 of Swords upright.
Wow. It's telling a story here.
I think it is.
It is.
And then the Six of Pentacles upright. So they're all upright. It's interesting.
It's very interesting. Wait, let's see what the Lenormand have to add. Look at that beautiful star.
The stars are here.
And the tree. And I want to show the back of the card. The backs are very pretty.
That's the back of those cards. They are very pretty. And the tree. And of course, there's a tree there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So very nice. But let's see what we got here.
Well, Lena, you're really sweating this.
Yeah, it looks that way.
It almost seems like you are. I don't know if you feel that way, but there's some stress or worries you have about this, and it's almost as if it's kind of disempowering you in some way. You know, you've got to feel your power. You've got to trust yourself. You've got to be confident. You know, this is for driving, right? And of course, you know, as a driver, you know, you're going to have to be, you know, trust yourself and make good judgments and whatnot. And I think the Six of Pentacles here says the work that you've been putting into this, if you have been studying, because that Ten of Wands can be about that. And the Seven of Pentacles here, the Six of Pentacles here is saying all of this is going to balance out in the end. Try to regain your confidence in yourself, though. If you've been putting in the work, you know, you should do okay. It will balance out in the end. And we'll get to the positive Lenormand in a moment.
Yes, Lena, dear, it does look that way. I look directly at that Six of Pentacles and see that as being the final result, that you actually do well, even noticeably well. You know, there's like some sort of like, and you were in the top 10%, 5%, whatever it is. But it does seem like you are really stressing this as a burden right now, that you feel there's a bit of consternation, like you're worried about this. And to some degree, I just feel that, you know, if you are invested in the work you have to do to get there, studying this plan or whatever, then this is just really you being over anxious and over anxiety. And maybe it is a big deal to you. I understand it, but I'm just trying to tell you that maybe some of this is really something you can kind of, you know, try to make yourself relax, that it's really not so much about you. You may be taking it very too personally, too centered in this idea.
Yeah, and you know, the Six of Pentacles is about balance, and so I really feel here too that law applies to you in this situation. If you have been studying it, if you have been putting in the work, you should do okay. It will all balance out. What you put out, you get back. It's kind of an even exchange here. So remain hopeful, Lena. You know, pick up your spirits and remain hopeful. The stars are here, which is a good sign of positive energy, and the tree, which means you're growing, you're moving up, you're sprouting. So I do feel like this will work out well for you. These are very auspicious cards here. You should grow, and you'll be feeling a whole lot better after this experience is over too, I can tell.
I think what this really says is that it is a yes is the answer to your question. You're going to do okay, and you're going to do more than okay, probably. And maybe the whole idea of getting past that will be sort of hopeful in the sense of where it sees other growth for yourself. You know, having this ability or this licensing that you need maybe opens up other doors for growth. So like that. All right, Lena.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Thank you, everybody, for putting your questions up. And if you do leave, you may have to navigate back to the questions, but at least to our reading, but at least you didn't miss your opportunity. So we all appreciate that.
All right, current feelings for Jobin. I'm going to go back and use my Mermaid Tarot on that one, I think. And I've got a bunch of decks here. I put in some of my outdoorsy decks. I had the Adventure Tarot out here. That's still here, but I found my Great Outdoors one, so I brought that one out for this season. So for part of the season. All right. Well, we did say she could ask that one again. But yeah, I would say that maybe after this one, give it a little bit more time. You know, but it's up to people what they want to ask. I'm not going to question too much unless I feel there's a conflict. I think that last reading we had for Siama was kind of not really clear.
I'm a snotty person all the time.
You're a what?
A snotty person all the time. A lot of us just are what we are all the time.
Is that your nose, you mean?
No, I'm just sort of being generalistic.
No, Siama, it's okay.
Don't be sorry. No. Oh, I thought you said allergies. You said energies. No, I wasn't talking about.
I can't follow him
All
sometimes.
you have to do is read the chat.
All right, well, I try, but I can't because
No,
I'm
you
focusing on my shuffles and stuff.
Well, I'm multitasking, and everyone's glad about it, except you. Violet does have a point there, though, I will say that. So,
Are we back on that?
I'm just looking at the chat again. I'm sorry. And thanks for telling me, it's the Knight of Swords
I
reversed.
want you to focus on them more. Yeah, read this one too.
I'll remember when I need you to focus more. King of Wands reversed. All people cards, eh? Huh.
Yeah, it's
Page of Wands
interesting.
upright. And all those people, nowhere to go except for the Tower. Take the bouquet, though. That is offered.
It's really strange about Jobin in this reading. Their current feelings are really kind of, from what I'm gathering, and this is nothing necessarily personal, Siama, but they're kind of standoffish at this time. I think that they're just not willing to do much communicating right now. They're focused on their own self and their own needs right now. And I do think they're trying to initiate something new, but what is that exactly? Are they actually possibly seeing someone else or looking at someone else here? I'm not sure. I'm not going to rule that out. Or are they actually thinking at some point of making contact? Again, this can be a little bit vague when we're dealing with other people who, we don't, I mean, how do I say this? We're dealing with somebody else's emotions and not yours. So it's really hard for me to say what their motivation is here. But I will say that they feel there's great joy right now in setting up boundaries and kind of pulling themselves back from some situations or things. And that could be possibly towards you right now, if you're not hearing anything from them.
I don't feel that there's necessarily another person in the picture that maybe they're drawn to, that maybe this represents a sort of drawing towards or the willingness to communicate with them in some way. But I'm not going to say that it's impossible that there is somebody else. I do agree with Banshee that this sort of represents possibly conflicted feelings of some sort or attitudes. This could just relate to maybe possibly other situations in Jobin's life that they're focusing on, maybe business related, maybe
It could be
goal related, but there's not enough here to tell us exactly what may be happening. The story seems to present more through the Lenormand to some degree. The Tower does maybe show us that there is this idea of maybe withdrawing a little bit or holding themselves apart. And maybe this is generalistic too, in the sense that anybody who is trying to, give them favor in some way or be nice to them, it may be that they're being held back a little bit. Jobin may not be ready, to advance himself. So it's a little contradictory in a way, because maybe this represents just something else that we haven't quite figured out.
Well, it's funny too.
Hi, Libra Cos.
It's funny too when I look at these cards. I got this feeling when I saw the joy and the happy card by this tower here. I almost feel like they're really pulling themselves away from things that bring them joy right now. It's almost as if maybe they're taking care of some serious matters of concern. I'm not sure. Maybe they're weighing heavily some decisions they've made or have to make.
You might be on it.
Whatever the case may be, it looks as though they're isolating themselves from things that bring them joy. So that's the best I can tell you right now. It's kind of an interesting reading here. I wish you luck with
Jackie and
that,
Violet,
Siama.
I think that's a lovely illustrations on the Lenormand.
Aren't they beautiful? Which one? Oh, this Lenormand?
Well, the two that are showing there.
Ah, yeah. Now that's the pagan Lenormand. That one's a really nice deck.
Yes, here's the back of the card for that one. And you're right, they are really pretty. Lovely.
I also like this one. But you'll be seeing more of it as the day goes on. You might see what I see in it, and you might not. Like I said, Art Nouveau is kind of a love-hate relationship with me, but this deck just really drew me in. I like the tone of the tones of it and some of the graphics on it. Well, that's what we have for you. I wish I could tell you more, Siama, but that's it. Good luck with that. Hey, Gina!
Hi, Gina. Able to receive.
As I've said, it's good to see you again. I've missed you on the Twitter bird. So.
Hi, Sunny.
All right. So you wanted an oracle, right? Yeah, exactly, Violet. Maybe that's it. I'm not sure. Deck of my choice. Well, you know what? Let's do the Guides of the Hidden Realms, this grand new deck. I like Colette Baron Reed. Oh, if only I can open the box.
Hi, Dr. Victor.
Dr. V, hello, good to see you.
I see you have your question all ready for us. Great.
Sunny is here.
Oh, and we have somebody new, Vinod Rani, or somebody we haven't seen lately. Yes.
Vinod Rani.
He said hello
I don't
to
recall.
Sunny.
Hi,
Thank you.
Vinod. Good to see you. Sunny is so adorable.
Yes. Thanks for noticing.
All right, I'm going to have you shuffle too and cut them for me, please.
Alrighty.
Let's get our energy in there for Miss Gina.
Can do. Okay, right. Thanks, Dr. Victor. That's good to know the clarification.
Dog sitting.
Ah, I see. Gotcha. Thanks. It's divine.
Oh!
Using her mom's account.
Okay. So I don't have to add anybody new to the list. Gotcha, Divine.
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's reversed, but it's reversed. The consequence of fear, contraction, the frequency of fear, self-fulfilling prophecy. It's beautiful colors. I like that blue.
Yes.
What number is that, Mr. O?
It is number 20. So basically a 2.
Well, the consequences of fear-based decisions made in the past are revealing themselves to you. It's a good thing you can take a step back and repair whatever appears to be fractured. Having a sense of humor and a lot of self-compassion would be helpful now. Allow yourself to regroup to in your own time and shift your perspective. You're not a failure, you're not flawed, and you have made no irreparable mistakes. The questions to ask are, where am I placing my faith and trust? And why am I expecting the worst or viewing through a lens of lack? You made choices from the perceived energy around you and around you then, at that time, I guess is what she's saying. And you will get to make different ones now and in the future. Give your fears to your highest power and act as if you believe you are in good hands. How could you not be? Life on Earth is a spiritual experiment, after all. I love that. Life on Earth is a spiritual experiment. And that's why, we really can't be too hard on ourselves. And as you look back at something that maybe you thought came from fearful thinking or just a mistake that you have made, this is the time to just, if not make it right, it just accept it because, hey, we did what we thought was best at the time. That's what I always say about people, is don't be so hard on yourself because we always do what we think is the best at the moment. And hey, when you look back on it, you may say to yourself, yeah, today I might do that differently. But that's just today. Who knows what you would do tomorrow?
All right, so I pulled the Lenormands then.
All right, that's what we have for you. I wish you luck with that, Gina. Oh, the Lenormand. Whoops. I'm sorry.
The man, right?
Oh, no.
The man. It is the man himself. And the moon, 32.
Well, on the one hand, I could say this involves a person. This could involve a man. It could involve anybody, really. And it may have had something to do with, it's a romantic card, too, the moon. So it could have something to do with a prior romance, And now as you look back upon it, maybe you recognize that you weren't operating out of the proper place when you were, making a move, choice, or decision with this relationship.
It's the man in the moon. I like that.
I like that song. The one by, what is it? Is it REM?
Right, it's REM, yeah.
Don't sing it. Don't do it.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't think I can sing that one.
But anyway, I like her deck, Gina. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm not that crazy about some of the artwork because it seems like she's using the same guide face over and over, but just embellishing it a bit. And I know she illustrated this on her own this time, so I'm not going to be too hard on her. I love the colors. The colors are fantastic. And she really never lets me down with, the way she interprets the messages. I love it. So good luck with that. I hope you enjoyed it. All right. And, it could, even if it is a man, it doesn't necessarily have to be a lover either. I'll let you decide that. It could be any, your dealings with somebody that went astray. A man in your life.
Cara wants to know what hidden talents does they have.
Thank you, Gina.
So they can
Good to
read
see
on.
you.
You're welcome, Gina, of course.
Don't forget, you get a birthday reading. All right. What you got? We on Kara? We're on Kara after Gina. All right. Hidden talents do I have so I can work on that? All right. Oops. Oh. This deck shuffles really nice. I like the finish on it. It's not a linen deck, but there's something really likable about the feel of this deck. They're sturdy, yet they've got a kind of a smoothness and softness to the touch I can't explain. It's kind of like new car smell. New deck shuffling.
All right, do
All
we
right, let
use
me
your
get
reading?
this. Sure. Hidden talents? No, let's throw 3 cards on this one. I want to see what they look like. I do.
Card the first.
My gosh.
Reversed Ace of Swords.
I have a feeling about this Lenormand, Kara. Uh-oh. What
Next
is that?
card, Ace of Swords reversed.
Okay.
Justice reversed.
What?
What indeed? Page of Rods upright.
Page of Wands. Kind of what I thought, Kara. You know, isn't, I could be wrong about this, but aren't the wands associated with creativity and artistic ability?
Could be.
You know?
Sure.
I mean, I'm not surprised to see that there, if so. I would say this, though, because you've got these other cards, I'm trying to figure out, what's the middle one?
Justice reversed.
That's right, it's Justice reversed. All right, I feel...
I'm thinking of John Lennon here. Genius is pain.
Genius is pain. Why, you want to go ahead?
Your art will sell a lot, but you won't be here. It'll be 100 years from now.
Anyway.
Your hidden talents in art. All right.
Anyway, you know, is that like the sword and the stone motif there, Mr. O?
It looks like it, doesn't it?
Sure does for that Ace of Swords. And so that's kind of what I feel like here, Kara. You need to pull that sword out of the stone. You need to really, you know, trust and pull up those talents that are hidden within you. Otherwise, you know, success will continue to elude you. And I think with justice being reversed here, you know, you've got to find a balance in your life. You've got to find a balance to work on, you know, the creative side of you, the talented side of you, and other interests that you have. You have to, you know, find the balance. There seems to be a lack of balance right now. Maybe you're spending too much time on other things to devote yourself to either finding what that talent is, if we're not sure with these cards, or, you know, actually doing the work, you know, and perfecting it. And with the Page of Wands here, I can't help but think it's creative in some way. You know, whether this is art, or whether this is some other form of creative expression. That's kind of what I see going on here.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Exactly. No, when I look at that Ace of Swords reverse, I think like if I'm pitting this as sort of like the balance point between artistic creative expressions and finding your drive and ambition. And that's really what it comes down to, is that pulling the sword out of the stone is a metaphor for doing what's really hard to do or what not many can do. So you have to find that balance to also work your willpower. You have the creative powers and talents. Are we answering the question? I
did. I said it was art.
Well, okay.
Or something creative. Something in the creative line, you know, whether it's writing, whether it's art, whether it's music, whether it's dance. Whatever the case may be, you should explore, you know, creative pursuits right now.
Gina, we maybe will just do your reading and send it to you as a separate video, possibly. Like we've done before. Right?
Yeah, we could. We'll see.
All right.
Hey, it's no worries. All
right.
No
worries, that's right.
We'll get you.
Exactly.
Unless you don't want one, and you can let me know that. It's fine. You can DM me later. All right. Well, so.
The Lenormand.
All right. I had something hit me right away when I saw this combination. Hey, your talent is attracting hot men. No, that's not what I was thinking, but he is hot.
I don't know. He's got shifty-looking eyes, if you ask me.
He's a player.
Tree.
And the tree. Okay.
He's got wood? Oh.
No, here's the situation. When I really first saw this combination, I laughed and thought to myself, it's Odin hanging from the tree.
Is that your cousin, Emilio? What?
It's Odin. He's hanging from the tree and he's just waiting for you.
That looks more like Loki.
Okay, maybe.
The father of lies.
Well,
Oh, wait. You know him better as somebody else.
At any rate, what I think this is saying is that, you could grow through pursuing this. This doesn't necessarily have to be a man. This could indicate you. You could grow more and you could, it's like we said, and even Violet said out there, you can perfect your talents more with practice and nurturing.
Exactly.
And it'll take time. But, if you really enjoy it, now, whether it's drawing, whether it's other things, like I said, it could be dance, whatever the case may be. Do something that's creative and that you enjoy doing.
It seems to me like this is only forecasting growth. And because we use this particular tarot deck, I'm getting a strong feel for aesthetics and beauty. This is obviously a really beautiful person here. So I just think this is saying really your talent can only grow, if you allow it to.
Yeah.
Get the motivation, figure out how to balance all of that.
And I think that, this is something, like I said, and, everybody's saying, oh, draw because you draw. But you know what? It could be anything creative and anything that brings you joy. Hey, if you just like coloring, do it. Pursue it right now. Do something really enjoyable and fun and creative. It will just do wonders for your emotional health as well. So good luck with that.
All right. And we're on video then. How can I create better financial opportunities for me?
I'm so not surprised to see that wand there or that page of wands in particular, Kara, because it's just such a nice thing about, feeling excited and enthusiastic about something you do. And I think that's up to you to decide.
Excuse me.
So what is the question again? I'm trying to pick the right.
Vidi's question, how can I create better financial opportunities for me?
Okay. I think I'm going to use my dragon. No, I'm going to use the animal deck for that one. Okay.
Thank you, Gina. We have a donation from Gina. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you, Gina.
Thank you, Gina. You're really a joy.
And if anyone else would like to send us a donation, the link was just posted in the chat room. We appreciate your donations very much. Thank you.
All right. Mr. O is doing 2 guided meditations tonight.
Yes.
At this event we're going to.
The Michigan Pagan Gathering has finally gotten its act together. It's been out of biz for 4 years at least, since just before or around the pandemic. And so it's just a one-night event. It is mostly some vendors, some storytelling, some music, and me. I will be doing 2 guided meditations for the season.
And I'll just be hopping around looking at stuff. There are vendors there. Vendors. The evil vendors. No.
Evil vendors.
Maybe I'll find one like the one I got my hat from. Except, no, I'm going to be buying a hat from Fiber Magic because I'm going to support Fiber's work. And I love some of the hats she's made recently. Well, we have the Emperor upright. I've been focusing on you, Vidi, and this is going to be an interesting reading, I think. We also have the High Priestess reversed.
Awesome card.
And we have the Queen of Wands upright. Well, you know, Vidi, sometimes I tell people, well, it may be that you may be disconnected from, you know, your higher self right now, which is why you can't get a clear picture on how to resolve, you know, your financial issues, creating better find a way to create these better financial opportunities for yourself. It just seems as though nothing is resonating or clicking with you right now. But you know what? You need to regain control of that, and I think you can. The Emperor is here to say, you know, you can work this out. You have the ability to lead yourself in the right direction. And I think here the Queen of Wands might be the card that holds the key. The Queen of Wands is saying, you know, you just have to you just have to showcase who you are. You have to showcase your talents and your abilities if you want to, for example, achieve a better job that's paying you more, or if you're going into business for yourself, you know, to attract the clients and customers that you desire for you. You just have to put yourself out there and put the best of you out there.
Right, that Queen of Wands looks like a sense of style or audaciousness or charisma, and so it may be something you'll have to cultivate, sort of an personality that you bring on when you're trying, you know, to affect this. I think the Emperor says there's probably advice you need to listen to about this, about what you can do for, you know, working on your financial goals. I'm still trying to figure out how I look at the High Priestess reverse, though, and I'm not sure what I'm getting here. What do you think?
Oh, well, I had said on that one that Vidi was kind of out of touch with, you know, their own inner instincts or their higher self.
Okay.
And so they can't really see their way clearly to where to find, you know, how to attract these financial opportunities to them. That's why I said with the Emperor to regain control, and then this is the key, and to put your best foot out there.
And I sort of see it similar to that, but I sort of feel that's true, is if you're having a hard time connecting with this idea, it's probably really important to really think of this as a persona that's not permanent, but a part of you that you employ. It's a tool in some way. I don't know if that figures.
Well, we all have to put on, you know, a different face when we're dealing with the material world. You know, we can be ourselves, but there's a different edge. There's a different part of us that comes out, you know, when we're in the work world, and what we have to show to others to get that raise, to get ahead, to get the customers. And it doesn't mean you have to put on a false front, but you have to pull something out from within you. And maybe that's the problem right now. So it is saying, be your best, do your best out there as you can. Always try to show your best. What do you got there?
All right, so it's the coffin.
That's okay, maybe.
And the man.
Ooh. Well, you have to end something here. I think that's what this is saying. You have to put an end, I feel, to any self-doubts or an inability to, how do I want to say this? You have to put an end to self-doubts and any kind of shyness you have about putting yourself out there. You just have to do it. You have to put an end to not trying to manage and control the situation. The Emperor comes up with a plan and a strategy too, because he's a leader. And so you have to think of what strategy you need to employ here now to get yourself out there and create the opportunities that you're looking for.
It's probably an end to your status quo, and that you have to find ways that are practical ways that you can evolve. And so it's an end to maybe just everything remaining about the same.
Right. And so maybe what this is saying too is, if you can do this, you will end the situation you're finding yourself in right now. You will feel better. You'll feel more fulfilled because you're actually attracting things to you that you really wanted. So that's sort of what we see here. Good luck with that.
All right.
And Jackie. Hey, Jackie.
Hey, Jackie.
Did this deck have a band on it? No, probably did not.
Okay, which one do I want to use? Here we go.
All right, Jackie.
So I'm going to use Dame Fortune's Wheel Tarot. Whoops.
Will your appointment on the 8th go well?
And you know what? I think there's a significator there that I have to pull out. Did I shuffle it in already?
Does this have to do with health, Jackie?
There you go. Okay. All right. Thanks for telling us.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we get. Okay.
Ten of Cups. Upright.
Upright. Ooh.
Six of Coins or Pentacles. Upright. Three of Cups. Upright. Well, they really like...
Holy moly. I like it, but wait, let's get this out too. Let's.
Yeah, these are good, Jackie. Child.
And this hubba.
Writer. Writer.
Now you see why I like this deck, Violet. Just kidding.
This is my competition, eh? I have to call up that person that does seamstress work for me.
Well, this is awesome. You know, if it, I have a feeling that everything is going to be okay. Or they're going to find a way to make everything okay if you're going in for a particular issue. You know, this card in the middle here, I think, is key, the Six of Pentacles. It's kind of like, you know, with our health, it's a give and take kind of thing. Healthcare practitioners and stuff can only do so much for us. It's up to us, too, to do our part and support our health. And it looks like things might balance out here. It looks like you might get some good news. You might feel like, you know, some worries or some difficulties maybe you were having have come to an end. And with that Three of Cups here, I feel, too, kind of combined with that Ten of Cups, that, you know, this healthcare team is really working for you. They're supportive. They're very supportive. I think it's positive.
I'll take it a step further because I sort of felt this when I saw the Six of Coins. I said, is that a doctor or a specialist who is well noted? Like, and then the writer sort of corresponds with that. Like maybe a person who's a specialist is maybe going to look at this too or is involved in it. But somebody who comes with good creds, good routine there, the outlooks really feel welcoming. Number one, it's almost like you're going to find a lot of support, even though we understand, you know, there's some dicey situations. Otherwise, there's a lot of love and support for you.
Yeah.
And even the aftercare part looks good. Like maybe you'll find that people, if there's an aftercare situation going or just post this, will be surprising you with what they want to do or how they want to care for you.
Well, I almost wonder if the Lenormand isn't speaking a little bit about the aftercare here.
Okay.
I think there'll be news coming to you, and it won't be anything major. We've got the child here who's very small. Let's not forget that. And I also think here this could mean a couple of different things. Like, for example, the news that you're getting, or the writer is also about movement. And so what it might be is that you might be doing some moves or maneuvers that will be more beneficial over time. For example, believe me, there's just examples like a weight loss plan. Hey, You don't lose weight overnight. Gradually, like with the child, as they grow up, it takes time. Physical therapy, for example, takes time. So, it may be something that you will get involved in, some kind of care that will take some time to, get you back to where you need to be if there is anything amiss. Like maybe blood pressure modification, stuff like that.
Well, the Ten of Cups itself could be talking for that period of time where there's just support and caring for oneself, or having others help care. So it's a little generalistic, but I agree with you. And I feel you're right about that too, that we're hoping,
I think it's good. It looks really positive. So fingers crossed. I know you could either email or just let us know what, if that turns out okay for you. I wish you luck with that.
Good luck. Let us know.
Fair bit of blood for testing. Been there, done that. I get blood all the time removed, but at that first point when they were diagnosing me, oh my gosh, I had to have 2 tusks in a row where they just took vials and vials out of me. Eesh.
All right.
And that was after I had had my routine blood test. So it's like literally I had 3 big blood tests in a row. All right, good luck with that, Jackie. We're moving on to, I think it's Divine You now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yep.
Will I be financially independent and grow in the next 6 months in India?
Ah. How do you want to do that? That's my deck. I got to get a deck. Let me think about it.
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. We'll throw the yes and no in reserve if we need it. I think that's what I'm thinking. All right, what do I got here? Okay, I got the Great Outdoors Tarot. Let's do that one.
All right, Divine.
Okay. All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Got the Seven of Swords reversed. We've got the Nine of Wands upright. Oh. I have extra cards in here. How did that happen? I'll have to go through this deck and pull them out, but it's no big deal. Just take the next, which would be the next one. And that's the Six of Pentacles upright. Interesting that that's come up again.
Right, because that's the 3rd time now.
Yeah. Interesting.
Okay,
Let's
in
see
our
what we got.
Lenormand, is that the bouquet?
That's the lilies, number 30.
The lilies. Okay, so that's the lilies. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. And the heart.
Well, Divine, it may take some time. It may take a little longer because of what I'm seeing here, but I don't want you to lose hope. It may take some time. I think it's possible. You have the Seven of Blades here and the Nine of Wands, and I feel here, you have to prepare yourself. I think that you have to prepare yourself for the truth of the matter that, it's going to take a little bit of time. And I'm basing this on the Pentacles cards too, because they are a little slower moving. But I feel here with the Six of Pentacles here that you will be solvent, you will be able to be independent, but it really is going to be a balancing act. It's not necessarily going to be as easy as you would like. And I think the Nine of Wands here is what's leading me that way. Because the Knight of Wands says you got to be prepared to fight for this. You got to be prepared to be all in on this, work a strategy, be prepared to go out there and make your mark, find your place. And that, I think, is going to take you a little bit of time. And the truth of that matter, I think, is going to become clear to you here.
I think the Seven of Swords reverse could also indicate that maybe information or news that you hadn't expected maybe makes you feel, oh, this is really going to be a lot harder. Maybe wants to sort of, give you this idea that maybe you have a choice to either continue or decide to maybe do something different. But you may also realize, like Banshee says, that it really is how much you can put into it. And I think ultimately what you find is that it may take a little longer. I'm not seeing that it's going to be dramatically longer than 6 months, but that's just the feeling I have. I just feel that at the end of this time, sticking to your guns more or less will get you noticed that this is about maybe something saying, retract from this area. Don't be noticed. This is saying no. Make yourself noticed, especially in this terms of creating this new career or financial situation for yourself.
Well, I can't totally agree with that, but what I do think with the Seven of
That's true. I agree.
With the Seven of Swords, I do want to say that this could also indicate, oh gosh, I had an idea and then you spoke and I lost it. The Seven of Swords here, though, is important to me for some reason. I'm going to try to figure it out here. But let me move on to the Lenormand then till I can get my bearings. Here, I think whatever it is you're passionate to want to pursue, again, I think it could be you will find something long-term that you will love. But again, the Lilies talks about maturation and time. And so again, I think to find something you really can sink and dive into may take a little bit of time. Now, that could mean that it might take the full 6 months, if not a little bit longer. I'm sensing at least the 6 months here. And maybe if he has something to add with the Lenormand, I can go back and think about the sword here a minute. Go on.
Well, I get what you're saying there. It is once you're older. And I don't think that these tell you directly what it is you should do, just that there are things that are opportunities that will come to you somehow. And some of that will be a process of really focusing on where you think your best interests are or your best talents to support those interests. So you'll have to think about some of that yourself. What is it that you're really good at doing that you could grow? Because the Lilies is about increasing that. So, for example, maybe it has something to do with interior design. I'm just saying that, or clothing design. Is that something that you could actually grow there? Maybe it's something else totally different for you because it may be more in those financial realms that you've worked in.
Well, I did want to talk about the Seven of Swords, but I do have to address that how. Your question was, will you be? And so Mr. O's trying to answer that, but I'm going to let that go because the question was, will you be successful? Not how. We didn't tackle that one here. At least when I was shuffling the cards, I did not think of that. Will you be financially independent and grow? And I think, yes, you will be. But it's going to take time. It will take most of that time for you to get there. It's not as easy as you thought maybe it would be. But the bottom line with the Seven of Blades too is something I think he touched upon. And that is the fact that, if you use your noodle, if you really think about it, and you're crafty and smart in the way you approach all of this, you prepare yourself, you get ready, you get yourself ready to go out there and really try to find what it is you're looking for, what it is that makes you passionate about, and that's what I think is the key here. If you want to know the how is just to go out and start looking at things. What would make you feel passionate? What in India do you want to do? It's a different environment than here. And do you want to work virtually or do you want to work at home? Are those options? So these are the kinds of things you're going to have to decide and think about now.
Hi, Naya. Yes, we can add you.
And that's what we have for you. I wish you luck with that.
Good luck, Divine.
I'm still trying to find my cards.
Thanks for dropping in.
All right. So we are on Libra, I believe, now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
What message do I need to know? Asks Libra Cusp. And I'm going to use my Secrets Tarot.
Here's the other one.
Oh, you're heading out? Alrighty then.
Take care, Gina.
You have a good afternoon.
Lunch with Laura. We're going to see some friends tonight at our event. Or at our event. At the event we're going to. Have a good time. Hope to see you soon.
Thanks again for the donation.
Thank you so much. Just want to make sure that's it. I think there were only
You'll have to drop in again then,
There it is.
Divine. And you're welcome too.
Well, when you can divine, I know how hard it is.
I know we're now at really opposite hours of the regular workday. So, miss you too, sweetie. Thank you. All right, is this your reading or just 3 cards? What message do I need to know?
Yeah, that's it.
Your reading?
Yes. I'll get my Lenormand in a little bit. I'm sorry. I have to. I guess I'm not going to use this deck anymore, but I really
What
wanted to-
message
I think I got it.
do I need to know? It's the Queen of Pentacles. It's upright, but it's a twofer in a way. This could be saying, that what you need to know is that sometimes you have to know what exactly it is you have the time and strength and energy to care for. Maybe sometimes it's yourself, your issues, your needs, whatever it is that makes you more solvent. But maybe sometimes it's also what you can do to beautify what's around you or to help others around you. So is that the hidden message? Is that what it is?
What message do I need to know?
The message is being in charge enough to realize who it is you need to focus on, who you can take care of, whether it's yourself or at times maybe it is somebody else.
The Queen of Pentacles is an interesting person. I think what you need to know is how capable you are of handling things, especially as far as matters of the home finances go, but matters of the home goes, this is a time maybe where you could be doing things. Perhaps what you need to know is maybe this is a time to focus your attention on the home front. And whether it's dealing or caring with people there who might need a little additional support at this time, or whether it's beautifying the home front and doing something, to make it feel better. Maybe a little feng shui even.
Oh, I like that because, of course, of the Mother Earth kind of ideas behind the Queen of Pentacles.
Right.
Nice.
So
why is this important? Queen of Cups, chalices.
because it'll make you feel better. I'm really thinking that's it now. Wow, that's an interesting combo. So you got the 2 upright queens, and I feel here because it would bring you joy. Do something to bring some joy into the home, to uplift the spirits in the home, or to bring in a more prosperous or abundant vibe, if you will. Whatever is needed in the home right now. Do it. Do something. Whether it's bringing in flowers, it doesn't have to cost you an arm and a leg. It could just be something that makes the whole, you have a whole different attitude about the house.
If Mama ain't happy, no one is happy.
And so where's this heading?
Well, it's not another queen, but it's our handy dandy friend once again, the 6 of Pentacles, only they're reversed.
Well, that's okay. Where this is heading, personally, because if I have to, again, when I do the tarot, and I have a preponderance of positive, powerful cards, and then I have one that's not so positive, I have to look at it in a slightly different light. And what I think is going on here is that if you follow through with this, where this is heading is righting the imbalances you might be feeling in the home, maybe alleviating some tensions, maybe making people feel more responsive to doing their part in the home, or maybe even contributing to a project or goal and making everybody feel more cohesive. So I really feel this card gets righted in a way, or this is the reason you need to do this.
Well, we said, or I said, that this could be about you deciding, whether you need to focus more on taking care of yourself or helping others take care of themselves, taking care of the general overall situation. And if you are, going to do that, that's the message waiting for you, then what it does is it's like Banshee says, it gives everybody a place to look at and a status that they feel they can own and that they can be about, whether it does present the idea that it is a challenge to them, to all of you. It's so this is like sort of like saying this is your family, like learning how to grow together.
Well, not sure what to make of this, but here.
Letter and heart.
Well, I think here that possibly there may be, excuse me, there may be some news or something coming to you, or maybe what I'm wondering here is that you might see something in a written communication. Okay, for example, I don't know about you, Libra, but I get a lot of junk mail, and I get a lot of catalogs, and I get a lot of sales papers for local stores and stuff. And so I can't help but wonder here if you're going to see something in one of these places that you're really going to fall in love with and want for the home. And you know what? If it's within reason and you can afford it, why not do it? If it makes people feel better in the home, if it provides comfort or joy in some way, now's the time to do it.
Right. I love it. It's like a love letter.
I know. You're going to fall in love with it, Libra.
It is something basically outside of that really just enforces or reinforces the message. I think this is really in a way about, the family connection, what's going on. It may not be exactly everybody that lives under the same roof. It might be extensions of that in some ways. And I feel that the message reinforces everything else that's being said here, that this is a time for you to take care of yourself, but also to take care of others and to help everybody see their value and worth.
That's what we have for you. Get busy. Get busy looking for something for the home. I love it. Dr. V, okay. So what's CM's plans towards me? What is
really
she planning? Okay.
Did you hear me?
What?
It's really CU, not CM.
Oh, CM. I thought I said that. What is CM?
No, it's CU. They corrected it later.
Oh, okay.
Violet
okay.
doesn't have that there.
Okay, whatever.
They corrected it.
That's good. What is CU's plans? My deck. Let's see. I'm going to go with... Where's my radiant? There it is. I haven't used you yet. Oops. It's okay.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. I just remembered that he said that.
Such a pretty, vibrant deck this is. So is anyone upstairs? Or is he down here?
He's down there.
He didn't spend much time here today. Oh, hi, Lily. Yeah, we can add you. We can definitely add you. We're nearing the end of our list, so... Right. It's all right, Violet.
Yeah, it's okay. We just back each other up, that's all.
All right. You have our back, we have your back, and you have our front, and we still have your back.
I'm having a barbecue in the backyard.
No, we're not.
No, we're not. It's too
No,
much.
we're not. Our son is on the 4th of July, however, and we'll be there.
Even
at
though
some
it's
point.
a Thursday.
Well, we got to go earlier. That's what we
We'll have to
told
go
him. We'll be the
earlier.
early contingent. I guess we'll have to bring our own things to barbecue, maybe.
Looks that way, eh? All right. What's going on?
All right. Well, we've got the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is upright. They're all upright. We got the Six of Cups upright. Got the Three of Pentacles upright.
The house, right?
Yeah, and the Crossroads.
And the crossroads, yes.
Huh.
Okay, so see you. What their plans are towards you, or what is she planning?
What is she planning? It's really hard to say. It seems like CU's giving something a lot of thought. Because, and I could look at that from the Hanged Man here, and of course the Crossroads. She's
Right.
thinking a lot about her own personal comfort, and I'm assuming this is romantic. Am I wrong?
I'm not sure. It might be.
It maybe this person is looking at their own comfort and security right now, issues related to that, and they're on the fence exactly as to what will provide them that. And I think here the Six of Cups, sometimes that Six of Cups is positive, and I want to say it's positive here, but I also worry that they may be dwelling too much about things in their past and the way something was, in their lives that they really enjoyed. And they kind of want to bring that feeling back. And sometimes you can't go back. Things can never be the same as they were. They're going to be different. And, it's a little bit of an unrealistic expectation here to think that you can have it the same way it's always been. Whether this is about you or something else in their life, that they just want that kind of feeling, that they got to return.
CU possibly wants a change from what was in the past, that they felt maybe they either want to re-achieve that or they want to move beyond it for some reason. They seem to be willing to maybe make a bolder move, giving something up or leaving something behind.
I didn't tackle that one, but go ahead.
And I think they're looking for something that maybe, in a way, they've actually been planning for a while, or they've thought before about planning, because you ask about planning, and this is sort of a card of somebody who is trying to learn something or trying to affect a possible plan. I know everybody's showing up all of a sudden.
We'll do Mo and Victoria, and then I'm not sure after that. We'll see, because we got a place to go tonight.
Mo and Victoria?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we got Lily, right, already?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe we'll say Victoria will be the last person.
Probably today.
Probably. Stay away from TFT when you come to Michigan.
All right. Well, I wanted to say,
Rock.
Dr. V, that Three of Pentacles indicates to me that they're looking for this perfect. I sometimes think of the Three of Pentacles as a card of perfection, something that's been really crafted well over time. And they really feel like something that they had in their past, even, though it's gone now, was perfect for them. And they want to recreate that perfection. And they're really trying to think long and hard to do it. And that's why they're at a crossroads right now, trying to decide how they can get to that place where they felt the most comfortable, the most stable, and the most secure. And if this is a romantic relationship, that means whether that's with you or whether that's with someone else, that's the question, I guess, that we can't answer, I think, in these cards today.
That's on her, I guess. Violet, she's hedging, maybe.
I'm hedging a little bit, Violet. Just, I might take one more, but that would be it.
I agree with what I've said previously and what Banshee says here. I think that CU maybe is thinking or evaluating their personal cost to sticking with things as now, or maybe planning something different. I think that they feel that it's time for them to make a change. That's why they're at the crossroads, and that this change would most likely affect a living situation or a family situation of some sort, or a foundation of some sort.
Oh, well, that's interesting, too. I like that, Mr. O. Well, that's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Our two interpretations.
Well, I'm always a little careful when I'm reading what other people's, other than
Right.
the person we're reading for, what's on their mind. Because it could be a couple of different things with the tarot. So I don't get that clear feeling as I do when I'm, for example, saying what's on the person I'm reading for's mind, or should be. What message spirit has for them and stuff like that. But anyway, I try, and when it's clear, I will let you know. All right.
All right, so Naya has asked, who is coming towards me for marriage?
Ooh.
And
You wanna do
your Bushra,
Okay.
a name I remember.
Oh, hi, Bushra. That's right. I just want to run for this. Oh, what am I doing? I do not cut these. I do not cut them. All right.
So I'm going to throw 3 cards first, but if it's really very vague or unspecific, we could do a yes or no. So the first card is the Star.
Wow.
The second card is the reversed Ten of Swords. And the final card is the Knight of Pentacles.
This is a real interesting reading. Okay.
There's the Fox.
Notice the fox on this card. Well, we'll talk about it later. And
The Clover.
yeah. Oh man, I hope something is coming towards you. Who are we reading? Naya Bush. Oh my goodness. This is really positive. I think that you should remain hopeful that, the right person is going to waltz in at some point in time here. I will say it may not come. It may come after some struggles. You may end up with some relationships in the interim that are not that conducive for you. But it almost seems like or it could be this person. Let me just rephrase this because I'm getting a thought here. I really think you should remain optimistic. I think somebody is coming. Somebody is coming who's very steadfast, who is very good financially. He may be he's moving on up career-wise. He's somebody who slowly but surely will grow financially. He takes things very methodically. He could be an earth sign. He probably would be around your age. Or maturity-wise, he'd be more like the maturity of a young man. And I think here the Ten of Swords reversed is indicating that maybe he comes to you after suffering from a loss himself. He was in a relationship that failed. It may not have been his fault, but it just failed. And or maybe some heartache in his life, some other setbacks. And he's rebounding from this. And I think you just meet him at the right freaking time, because this is the clover, and the clover indicates it's almost like it's a spontaneous, out of the blue meeting that you're going to have. And I feel here the fox is here to say this person is going to be highly attractive to you.
So it's a really interesting reading for sure, Nia. To me, the idea of the star upright and the Ten of Swords reverse says there's like a twist here. There's a destiny that provides a twist. Like maybe you might not have necessarily met this person other than the fact that something fortuitous seems to happen that maybe is a twist of some sort.
That pulls you together.
That maybe it's, sadly, sometimes it is a calamity that may bring people together. But it's also maybe a sense of luck. Clover is luck. And clover, maybe in this sense, goes along with the star, the sense of destiny, like it was meant to be in a way.
Well, that's that too, in a way.
They're
it's
both
almost
like that, right?
Amazing that you've got that kind of energy going here right now. And the fox, I will say this about the fox. It's showing two sides to the fox here very clearly. On the one hand, he's very clever, crafty, and some would say sexy. And on the other hand, sometimes he shows a false face and he can be trying to disguise and hide things. But that is not the case in this reading, because you've got such positive cards here outweighing anything negative.
I think that the idea about that possible alter side there goes towards the twist, the idea that maybe when you meet them, they're not able to be exactly themselves, but at some point you realize that they are, or that there's something, that is just a little bit, unusual about their meeting because of this twist that I feel.
Sometimes we just can't plan enough.
There's our last person, I think.
Christine will be the last one. Close the list. Put the sign up, Mr. O.
All right. Well, I don't have a sign, but I can make one real quick.
Well, just say the list is closed in the chat. That's what I meant.
She does that, and I pin it.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Violet. Close the list after Christine. All right. I can't say when this is going to happen. And sometimes with love, it's one of these things where it's going to happen when it's meant to happen. And it's going to seem like such a out of the blue thing to you. You never would have, imagined that you could meet Mr. Right this way. So I wish you luck with that. Good luck.
And I don't seem to...
All right.
I can't seem to get the sign up. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. As long as it's in the chat. Go ahead
There it
and
is.
make the chat one, Violet. And he'll pin it. Oh, there it is. She did already. Sorry. He's still working on the other sign, I guess. Yeah, I just saw it. I'm a little behind there. All right, so Lily wants to know, why does my brother L don't want to marry? Does he have any addiction?
I got it replaced. Yes, your reading was the last one I think we did, or the second to last one, Dr. Victor?
Yeah, Dr. V. We just did a reading after yours, so you are the one before the last one we did. All right, can you pull your cards out of there? Thank you. Okay. And so, as I said, this reading was about, why does my brother L not want to marry? Does he have any addiction? We'll see if the addiction part comes up with the cards. But
You're welcome.
I'm gonna pull out the landscape tarot. But if it doesn't, we'll just see what other factors may be there. Good grief. You had it right, I thought, where it was.
What?
You had it down here. Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
That's a different screen.
I see.
Do you
That's
ever
right.
see?
I do.
Do you ever?
I do. All right. Okay. Well, this time we have the Six of Cups in this deck, but it's reversed. We got the World reversed. Ah. And we got the Three of Wands upright. Interesting. Interesting.
What deck is this?
It's the Landscape Tarot. Very abstract. I mean, beautiful landscapes is about it. I try to find the associations with the cards, but it's a little complicated. Mm-hmm. But you know what they are, and you can take it from there. I'm going to start while you're doing that, because I have a picture here of something. Well, I want to say that your brother, I can't speak to your family background, if you had a great upbringing, etc., but there might be something from his childhood or from his past, not necessarily his childhood, that he has witnessed, experienced, or seen that's turning him off to marriage a little bit, maybe. You know, whether it was people arguing, couples arguing all the time, broken marriages, or difficulties. He just, you know, or whether it was a relationship that he himself has had that really was not good. It just seems as though he has a rather negative past perspective. It doesn't seem like this seems like something that's been with him a while. That's what I think.
I'm on a tour de force here.
You are.
Okay, Lily, here's a possibility that I'm feeling. Your brother feels that he's waiting for someone from the past, and without that person coming back to him, things are not perfect enough. And it's almost like maybe he thought that was part of the plan, was that this would happen, and it didn't happen, so he's still waiting for this in a way.
Wow, that's a real interesting take. Wow, that was a pretty good one. But I'm going to still try to finish my way, because I still had a feeling about this. But I'm glad you did that. That's pretty awesome. So if that resonates with you, Lily, run with it. But I think here too, what I'm thinking is there's something from the past that haunts him. So in that regard, we may be onto something here. He just doesn't feel like he has gone, that he's ready for this completion, this step in his life right now. He just doesn't feel like it's necessary to make his world feel complete, maybe. And finally, I think with this Three of Wands, he may be even somebody who's thinking, you know what, I still have time. I don't have to do this now. Maybe someday I will marry, but this is something that I'm putting off for the future.
I don't know that those cards say anything specifically about whether they have addictive problems or not. I don't feel that.
I don't see that here. I definitely don't.
So here's the Lenormand. It's the tree and the anchor.
Huh. Is your brother somebody who's taking care of parents or someone? Because I wonder here too if maybe they feel maybe too. I wonder if they're feeling the pressure or obligation of family to marry, you know, they're kind of holding their ground on that right now. They just haven't decided that they want to put that anchor down there yet. And I'm basing that on just some of the other cards that I saw here. You know, trying to tie it all together. But I do feel like there might be some obligatory thing here that maybe they feel, well, you know, people are pressuring me that I should put my anchor down and get married, but I'm just not that into that right now.
I almost feel like they're feeling like maybe they're anchored to the concept of the family as it is, the family tree, and that maybe they don't perceive their marriage as being something complementary to that for some reason. And if this isn't the family, then maybe they're anchored to their own idea of what is growthful for them or what is their foundation. And so maybe they don't, maybe it excludes the person who they might be waiting for, or that's what it is they want to wait until that person arrives again.
I think we can definitely rule out addiction here, but
Yeah, I think so.
you know, I hope we gave you some things to think about at least, Lily, because we presented a couple different options here, so it just may not be something that they want right now in their lives. They don't want to be, maybe this is they don't want to be anchored and tied down to a family. Mm-hmm. That's another possibility with the anchor card and, you know, the tree card here, because the tree is definitely about family.
Yeah, it can be about family. Mm-hmm.
So maybe they're looking for the right person to create that family with and to anchor themselves to, and they don't feel they found that yet.
All right.
All right. Wow, lots of options there. That was an interesting question, Lily. Thanks for that. And we're on Mo. Hi, Mo.
Right.
That was some good thoughts by you there, Mr. O.
Why, thank you. Well, it's just a thread of an idea there that presented itself. How does Abraham feel about me?
Now, don't tell me Mercury's going retrograde again. I want to think about it. Doggone it, Violet. I didn't want to think about it. No, it's okay. I did know there was one in July at some point here.
Does that mean that there's 4 this year?
There may be. Oh.
You and me both. My Mercury is in my sun sign, so it definitely screws me over.
Oopsie. Oops. Okay, this is how Abraham feels about Mo. Let's see.
First card is the Page of Pentacles.
Upright.
Mm-hmm. The second card is the Four of Cups. These are both upright, by the way. And the third card is another page, the Page of Cups.
And they're all upright. So are you in communication with Abraham right now? Or is this a crush? Or, you know, have there been problems? I'm just curious. Everything looks really positive there. And then we have this.
The Tower.
Along with this.
The Tree. And that's come up before, or
well,
they
not
both
together.
have. Maybe not
together.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to just run with it and see what I get here, but I do feel that, you know, they feel like, how do they feel? What are their feelings towards you? Mm-hmm. You give them a lot to think about. The Four of Cups here, you know, they're surveying maybe or thinking about where you might fit in their lives, I almost feel here, because with the 2 pages, pages can be the beginning of things, and you know that Four of Cups is right in the middle of that. Are they thinking of getting something started with you? Because I get that sense here in a way with the Page of Pentacles indicating that there could be something growthful happening here, starting to sprout up. And the Page of Cups here is saying it could be something romantic, could be love letters, could be an invitation, it could be something happening here.
Well,
I'll stop there.
I'm drawn to the Page of Cups. And by the way, this is the Pride Tarot, so a lot of the images are very friendly to the gay continuum. The Four of Cups has an image of a milk cup with a little bit of spilled milk near it. And I relate sometimes to the card symbolically. There's an American saying, or maybe it's just a colloquial, no use in crying over spilled milk. And I wonder if this is saying that no matter what Ibrahim's feelings are, it really is perhaps on you to make that choice, because that's sort of in the Four of Cups, that maybe you have to give Ibrahim that go-ahead in a sense that even if you feel you've been misrepresented or something's been misrepresented, the spilled milk, it's really on you to maybe put your best foot forward. And I feel the same as Banshee. The idea of these two pages here do sort of present the opportunities, especially of romance, or especially of something that maybe is delightful to senses, has a sensual feel to it, even if it isn't necessarily romance.
So I do feel like there is something here worth, you know, exploring. And with the tree and the tower, now this takes on an interesting perspective, because the tree can be about family and growth, but it can also, and with the tower can be about institutions and marriage, contracts, things like that. So I feel here that what I'm trying to say is that, you know, I don't want to get your hopes up too much here, but right now the feeling is that maybe he's looking towards the potential here that this could grow into something in time that could lead to marriage.
I think that's what it is.
And remember, this could be maybe what they're thinking, but it, you know, it may not bear out ultimately, but he's definitely giving a lot of thought to getting something started, perhaps, if it hasn't started already. And if it has started already, then I think maybe it could move some steps forward.
To me, whether it is actual marriage, there's some sort of sense of maybe coming across to build something, most likely with you. The tree and the tower sort of looks like there is a sense of creating growth and something that maybe has a foundation of some sort. All right.
So that's what we have for you. Good luck with that. Boy, that was
Mo.
a real positive reading. So I hope things are going well, or that they are going to take a turn for the better. Good luck with that.
And Victoria asks the fabulous question.
What if you're lactose intolerant?
No. The one above that. How will my trip to Michigan go?
Oh, okay, the trip. All right. Well, for that one, I'm going to use the Adventure Tarot, if I can find it.
Uh-oh.
Yes. It's another kind of outdoorsy deck of sorts. Oh, that's not it. Hold on.
Do you want
I
me
know
to pick
it's
one?
in here somewhere. I put it in here. Wait a minute. It's got to be this one. I just can't. No, I used that one. Here it is. The gold. Silly me. Okay. Okay. Alrighty then. Hey, you're taking the right route. That's all I can say.
Going up over Wisconsin?
Although you miss going through the mitten.
The Mystic Mitten.
Yes, the magical mitten. The mystic mitten.
Now, you know, I-75 is nothing but a barrel of trouble.
Oh, okay. So you want to know the trip itself,
Right.
the outcome. Okay, I getcha. It's not a dinosaur head. She said it looks like a dinosaur head.
This is one and this is the other. They're both hands. This one is more effete and limp-wristed maybe or something. I don't know. Dinosaur head.
Don't
My
pick on the
ass.
don't pick on the Yoopers, Mr. O. I love the Upper Peninsula.
I do too. We've only been up there one time really.
Oh no, I've been to Mackinac
Well,
Island.
you have, yeah.
I've also been on a junket with my women's group. So I was up there 3 times. Well, you want to know if it's good for your career or finances? How about we start with this card?
Dun dun dun! It's the Ace of Pentacles.
Oh boy.
And it's upright.
But this next card, not part of my adventure plans.
Uh-oh. 5 of Swords. So don't do any role-playing clothed dramas, like they're going to have entertainment in the hotel and you could be like a pirate. Somebody might...
Yes, Victoria, it is. Mackinac Island, yes.
Yes, that is correct. Have strength, dear. Have strength.
Well, okay. You're driving with someone, right? You are driving with someone. So just make sure that, well, go throw the Lenormand out. I'm curious. Uh-oh. Got that. That's good. Dang it. What?
Well, look at the bright side. Maybe you'll just meet somebody who will convince you don't need a career. Because... Well, never mind.
I think there's potential here. I see the Ace of Pentacles, and I see that, this trip is opening the door for potential growth. But it's going to be up to you where you're going to take that growth from here, how you use this energy that you will be, part of here at this event. And I think here...
Okay. Just her.
All right, well, I think here that with the 5 of Swords reversed, it's indicating here that, there are some things about this trip that are going to rub you the wrong way. I wouldn't be surprised if you don't, how do I want to say this, knock heads with somebody on this trip. The 5 of Swords reversed is a fight that you cannot win. And so don't fight. Strength is here saying find other alternative means to, reveal yourself. I think what this is saying here is basically, as I'm looking at the 5 of Swords reversed and strength, that if you apply too much, if you push the envelope too much, if you really look like you're trying too hard, you may undermine yourself here. You may put yourself in a position where you can't win, or there'll be nothing to be gained here. No growth will happen. But I feel here, if you take a more balanced approach, if you just loosen up, not worry so much about what, try to promote yourself in a real pushy sort of way, just subtly try to weasel your way into things, so to speak, it would work much better for you.
This reading has some really interesting things about it, because I don't think it talks as much, or I'm not sure if it talks much about your career so much as maybe the trip itself, enjoying the trip, or the possibility of a problem. And I think you yourself nail it, that maybe it's something to do with a friend you're going with, that maybe this is really going to be a sore point or a testing ground for you. But I sort of feel you come out ahead because you maintain your sense of strength, and the real strength is not letting it affect you in your heart, like that. If there are things you have to accept, you're going to do it gracefully as much as possible. It may be that certain things have changed irrevocably. Once again, though, if it was working towards the idea of what happens, career promotional wise for you, this could still be saying that maybe there's a really big obstacle that will come up, and you will have to apply, what you really want to happen versus all of that. I mean, maybe you'll be presented with a really big change or real big situation to do that, but it really will have a cost to you of some sort.
I'm not tackling the Lenormand yet for a reason, because I'm seeing a couple things here, and one that I definitely want to bring to your attention. But I have to agree. I see both here. I see the trip itself, the coming and going, and I see what could be transpiring at this event. And I do think, and that was my first inclination, that there could be a fight with somebody you're going with. Just can't rule that out here with the King of Swords here. But I'm not King of Swords, the Five of Swords. And but I do feel here there is opportunities here for growth, but it's through taking a subtler approach to the people there than trying to be all out, loud and proud, etc.
Less is more, maybe.
Yes.
Figuring out how to not necessarily be the brightest light bulb, but maybe the constant soft light.
Maybe finding people and situations that you can collaborate in might be, a kind of shared power thing, might be the way to go here, But looking at the Lenormand, I'm a little bit concerned about some things. And all I want to say, take this for what it's worth, is do guard your health on this trip. COVID is a thing. It's going to be a huge event. It's massive. People from all walks from Michigan and other places will be there. And we know how it can go at some of these events. So be guardful of your health. It's not necessarily COVID either. It could be other things. Maybe you wear yourself out, okay, by doing too much. And I see the coffin and the tree together because the tree can be about health. I want you to consider that. But I also want you to consider, too, that there may be something that comes to an end on this trip. And I don't know what that is. Maybe something you're marketing or selling. Maybe something that you decide, I'm done with this, and I'm going to pursue this path instead. Maybe something that you're experiencing there, or people that you start talking to there, will make you want to let go of something to make room for something else.
I like that. I was just feeling that in the last few seconds myself, that maybe this is not talking about, well, it could be, like she said, your health, make sure you don't run your battery down or things like that. But maybe this is talking about something that will happen that will make you realize that this is not exactly where you want to be, that maybe these kind of events aren't really going to be helpful, or that they're not really taking you to where you want. Maybe it's going to happen. Maybe something else happens because something else goes away. One door closes, another door opens.
I can't imagine that somehow. I think you're going to have a great time, but I think and also if you see John Tenney, say hi to him for me. I'm really a fan of John Tenney. I've never met him personally, but he's so cool. He's such fun. But anyway.
Okay.
That's what we have for you. It's still a little early. You could ask as the trip gets closer, and we can see what the cards have to say.
Oh, yeah, you definitely want to ask again.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Or fine-tune the question even. All right.
All right.
And you're welcome. And Christine is up.
Hey, Christine.
Ha, 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 ha.
All right, there we go. No, right there.
Christine, what does Spirit want me to know?
Okay.
All right.
Be my
so
reading.
Let's see. What deck do I want to use? I've used every deck.
You're welcome,
pretty
Ms.
much.
V. Now, how did I know that? All right, let me get that back up. That way. I'll put it on this.
It's a new diet solution. Youper Light. All those Youpers are skinny as something.
It's really nice. It's beautiful up there. It's
No, I don't
so
think
beautiful.
Youpers are like Hoosiers. They may have some things that are similar.
Oh, yeah, that stone, Violet. You should send her a picture of it and see if she can find it for you, if she has time up there. But, yeah, I used to gather a lot of Petoskey stones. I don't know if I got them up there, though. I think I actually got some of them in the Petoskey area, on the shores there of, that's Lake Michigan there. And I think I've got some from Lake Huron. I seem to remember gathering some stones from there.
right, what does Spirit need me to know? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Yes, want me to know.
Yep.
Oops. And our first card is the reverse Knight of Pentacles.
Oh, okay.
It's followed by the reversed Six of Swords. Another reverse.
Jeez.
The reversed Eight of Wands. Well, there are some interesting things about these cards. No? Do you want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, each
So what
of them...
is Spirit? Well, I thought it was my reading. Do you want to do 3?
Oh,
You put them out that way, so I guess we should do 3.
okay.
Go ahead.
So there's some things that are similar about the cards in a way. The Knight of Pentacles is the idea of somebody that really is kind of slow moving about something. There may be good reasons for that, but they don't seem to be able to summon the energy or motivation to move quickly towards certain goals. And the Six of Swords suggests that maybe it's because there's something that still is not done yet. It may be troublesome, but it needs to be done. It's the Six of Swords, and you can't really get away from it in some way, and yet at the same time you don't want to. It's kind of weird. It's like you sort of either dread or don't really feel you have an energy towards resolving that problem. So I'm wondering if that's what this is. There's a problem you can't quite resolve and move on from, but you're reluctant to really go there. And then the final card is the Eight of Wands. And it's almost the same as the others. It's sort of saying like, but maybe this talks more about you feel like you can't really hit this mark, that there's something to accomplish, but you don't feel you have a positive way of doing that. And so once again, you maybe are sort of slowing down action towards resolving this.
What is the middle card again?
It's the Six of Swords
Okay,
reversed.
got it. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I was going to start with that card, but I almost wonder if I need to start with the last card, Christine. I think here you're feeling a little bit burnt out, or like you're spinning your wheels and not getting the results you had hoped for. You feel as though, conditions need to change, but you're having a hard time making that happen, and you feel stuck. You feel stuck in place right now. And the Knight of Pentacles, means that right now is just a time where things are moving slowly for you. And maybe too slowly. And that's the problem. You feel as though, why am I spinning my wheels? Why? It's almost as if a car is stuck in the snow or stuck in the mud, and you're just kind of spinning your wheels. And it's tiring, it's draining you, and you can't seem to figure out the way to move yourself forward in a more positive direction. And this could have to do with career, money, or finances in some way, or getting some project or goal off the ground. And let's see if this helps a little bit. His cards didn't help much, but these might.
The letter and the bouquet.
I almost feel some news or information, or maybe an offer, some letter, something in writing, that you see, if this is possible, may bring you joy and turn this around. May actually be exactly what you need in order to turn this situation around. It's almost as if it comes to you from something you read, and it just sets a light bulb off, like you know exactly now what you need to do to break this stalemate. But it is a stalemate and you're stuck. But I'm feeling there may be a way out coming. The Lenormand is very, very positive here. I think with that bouquet, the letter can be neutral, but I'm thinking that this is going to be something really positive that will make you figure it out, help you figure it out.
So maybe what Spirit wants you to know is that a breakthrough will come, something that will bring some amount of joy, and maybe it's a communication. I'm almost wondering if this is about something that either is or approaches a legal stalemate, because this sort of indicates a stalemate, an inability to move with precision or movement towards a goal that needs to be done. And maybe it's waiting for something paperwork wise to be finished, or something relating to that. There might have to be something that's resolved that comes to you and says it's finally free, you can move now. And maybe that will be what Spirit wants you to know, is that although this is a struggle, the end will come.
So that's what we have for you.
We're finishing your reading right now, Christine, so you might have to backtrack just several minutes, 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, we just finished. I was just going to say that's what we have for you, Christine. Good luck with that. All right. So go ahead and rewind and take a look at that.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting, so we hope you get something out of it.
We're going to move on with Violet Lotus, and then we're done.
Yes,
and we can get ready to go to our event.
Mr. O has a date with Destiny.
All right, what do you got for us, Violet?
Hope that worked out with your son and all. All right, message from Uncle Alan.
Okay. Uncle Alan, what has he been up to? Oh, it's my deck. Oh, let's see.
Yeah, I hope so. Maybe we can chat about it again. It seemed like most of the cards really were, in the tarot, were unified behind that idea. So that was kind of interesting. But then the Lenormand was really kind of a different critter. Much better.
Much better.
Take care.
All right. Message from Uncle Alan. This will be my reading. I hope so. He usually comes through. All right. All right. Well, I think it's something you're going to need to hear. Let me just put it that way. Uncle Alan does have your back, though. I'm pretty sure with what I see here. I think he gets what's going on. Okay, so the first card, what is the message from Uncle Alan? It's a 7 of Cups reversed. Uncle Alan realizes that maybe, you've had a lot on your mind, you have a lot on your plate, and he wants you to really just focus on one thing at a time. I almost think this isn't about making one choice, but this is about focusing on one thing at a time right now, until you feel more up to snuff. That's the impression I'm getting.
I remember that, Christine.
Oh, okay. All right, you're welcome, Christine. Good luck
All right,
with that.
so the message from Uncle Alan maybe is that it is time to chart your course, to pick something that really you want and that you can, really resonate strongly with.
Well, I feel like you've got things to work on, and it should be one thing at a time. So why is this important? Well, you could still go with yours. Why is this?
No, I said the same thing, in my opinion.
Well, you said to choose one thing and work on it. Okay, I getcha. Why is this important? It's the Page of Pentacles reversed. Because you need that grounding right now. You don't need to scatter yourself about. You need to focus on this one thing at a time, because you need to remain grounded and balanced and methodical in your approach to things. Because, right now with maybe emotions going hot and cold, and, even your body responding, positively or negatively sometimes, you need to just ground yourself and do things methodically.
It's reversed, right?
Yep.
So it's important because it may be that there are certain things you need to spend more time with that you don't realize in terms of either guidance or lessons. And then there are some things that maybe you could be spending too much time with that aren't really as good for you. So some of this is about figuring out a discernment process for yourself about knowing that choice or focusing on that choice.
Well, where things are heading, I can't say that this is necessarily something you want to hear right now, but I do think it's something that maybe you still realize in your heart. It's the Queen of Pentacles reversed.
Ah, yes.
That's still more, and where things are headed, because Uncle Alan realizes and wants you to know that more caring for yourself right now is needed. It is okay. It's okay for you to take this time to feel better and to be at your best. And so he realizes there's still some things that need to be balanced out. And you're working on it.
Okay, so that's the moon, right?
Yes, it is.
Is that the garden?
I can't. Number two, it's the clover.
It's the clover.
Those are the red clover, whatever they call them. The
Crimson and clover.
Yeah. So, I think that what'll happen is luck and success are yours. I think that he's saying here
Growth,
that
abundance.
at some point here, I think almost spontaneously, things are going to get better. Things are going to improve. It's definitely going to happen. You've got good luck and success here. And so I can almost say no more than that. I just think so long as you take care of you, and when you know in your heart the time is right, success is going to come to you. It's just very lucky for you to take care of you first.
These things both move through cycles, a growth cycle or, the cycle of the moon. And so that's just the way of saying, too, that things happen in their time.
I like that, but I also can't help but wonder here if this is saying maybe by another moon cycle, that success could be achieved. Maybe, something lucky will occur. It will just seem like everything is finally starting to come together.
Wouldn't that be neat?
Wouldn't that be nice? I'm not going to rule that out here, but I do think almost spontaneously you're going to achieve what you want here, and you're going to be able to move on. But he still feels it's okay for you to do this and take it slow. There's nothing wrong with that. He supports you in this. And clearly, with the clover and the moon, I think he really supports you in this. Good luck with that.
Alrighty, so that's our readings, and we are out of here.
I'm sure you are, and I think he's showing that. But, some things take longer than others. That's the bottom line.
You're
and
welcome.
You're dealing with part of it is, of course, a woman's issue, in a sense, that, does play out in time. So it's going to get better by degrees. It's very positive to me. And take it slow, You can also bounce back faster than you may realize with the effort that you're putting in now. It may not take that much longer. That's why I was thinking of the moon cycle there. Well, prattling on, I'm going to stop.
All right.
Good luck with that. And we got an event to get to. I just want to thank everybody today. We had some good questions,
thank you, everybody.
and it was a great show. We enjoy your your presence here. Thanks everybody for being here.
You're welcome.
Hope to see you all soon. We will be here Thursday night for another live show. And I will say, if you want to do any follow-up questions on what you asked today, Thursdays have been pretty quiet. So come on to the show and join us on Thursday.
All right.
We'll see you soon. Have a great rest of your day.
Take care.
Bye.